Hello, people, it's Poe, and we are back in the dinosaur world. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Now, I am recording this episode, I gotta tell you right away, because no confusion here. I'm recording this episode before, like right after I recorded the last one, because I didn't want to lose my spot with our tour here. This is the part 2 of the tour, and I didn't want to lose my spot. So, if you guys have left names in the comments for that Ankylosaur, I will read them, I will get to them, and we will name them in a later episode. But I'm just letting you know right now that I haven't been able to look at them yet because they don't exist yet in my where I am right now, in my timeline, in my time zone. You know what I mean? They don't exist for me yet, but I'm sure that you guys left some awesome suggestions. Thank you so much. If you have another suggestion, you can feel free to leave it in this video as well. But for the most part, the last video, I'll probably be checking for the names and stuff. So, with all of that said, business done. Thank you so much. Hope you guys subscribed and liked as well while you were doing the comments. But anyway, wanted to... I almost just ran right off the edge there. Wanted to start the tour, part 2 tour, up here, because this hotel, something that me and Magnius actually started to work together on. Magnius, do you remember? Man, that's going back in my memory. He had an awesome dinosaur series as well for a long time. Helped me out a lot with building this hotel, the inside of it, and checking out the park there that time. Really awesome. Which leads me, because that was for a special. I think it was either episode 200 or 300. But every time we hit a big milestone like that, and we're coming up on 600 soon, once we reach those kinds of episode numbers, we make a nice little sign that we can see while we stand up here, and it just looks so epic. So we got our very first one, of course, episode 100, and then we got 200 built into the side of that mountain, 300 built into the side of that one, 400 on a floating air balloon, hot air balloon, and then 500. 500, of course, is my absolute favorite, simply because it has that awesome skeleton that we built together. All right up there with the dangling 500 sign. It's really, 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 really cool. I don't know what I'm going to do for episode 600. I really have no idea. I have some ideas, but I don't know yet how it'll look, if it'll fit, if anything's doable. I'll have to figure that out. But that's still a ways away. From up here, we can see, like, for example, our Dino Mon Center, where we help the sick dinosaurs when they are sick, if they are sick. So I didn't really highlight that too much in the last tour. That little thing over there, that's a portal to the world of Atum. It's hard to explain without actually going there and showing you, but I don't know if time will permit that. So from here we can see, of course, the lab. Oh, another thing about the lab. Let me drop down. This is a shortcut. Another thing about the lab, and let's go all the way up. Slow moving. This isn't like new 1.13 Minecraft water. It's slow moving water. This also has a little bit of a park observation area where we can come up here and enjoy. But up here, we actually have Echo. Little Confuciusaurus. Little bird place. I don't know what this really the purpose of it is, but it's Echo's home for now and for always, so I guess that's what it is. It's just Echo's home. I don't know why Echo has their own enclosure, but they do. Okay, so we covered all that part of the park pretty well. Went to the lab. Esmeralda 2. Esmeralda the clone is in here. What do you think, Esmeralda? Do you think that the names that they suggest... I haven't seen the names yet, but you can predict the future. You can see the future. You know things. Do you think the names that they suggested are awesome or not? What do you think? Are they good names? Not a chance. Well, listen, you. We can't name every dinosaur Esmeralda. It just doesn't work that way, okay? Just so you know, we can't name every dinosaur Esmeralda. I know that you'd like it that way, but it's not happening. Okay, so covered that. Gizmo there, we covered that. Now, one thing that we didn't cover. Let's go this way. Hi, Mr. Mocking Cow. Bye, Mr. Mocking Cow. Let's go this way. Up here, up this way. This is a 500 sign with the awesome looking skeleton. We're right up close to it now. Go this way. We got a little bit of a carrot farm. I am actually sort of in need of carrots. There we go. If we go up this broken stairway that isn't really fixed yet, all the way up. This used to be the museum. Now, those of you who have been watching a long time, you might have thought this was the museum. This is no longer the museum. This is the bird cage. We've got the bird cage in here. You got Barry Allen. You got Blueberry. You got a few Confuciusornis in here. And, yeah, I love the way that it looks. A little bird bath, little mirror for them. Perches and stuff. Really cool. Love that. The old launch pad is still up there for when we used to have the pterosaurs flying. Way back in the day. Down here, now someone commented on this a few episodes ago, and they were like, when are you going to do something? When are you going to finish this area underneath the bird cage? But genuinely, I don't know, because this was for the old, like, janitor, the curator, oddities. This was for the old museum. Got some artifacts still in here. But this was for the old museum. There was a stairway over here, you might remember. This has all been sealed off for the most part. You can still get into it if you try, but it's mostly been sealed off. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I haven't really thought about that. It's something that I'm still working to figure out. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Just that it's not finished. I don't know if it'll ever be in the way that you think, and I don't know either. So here's Jeff, the Therizinosaur. Hi, Jeff. And a cow. A random cow, of course. People asking when Jeff's enclosure is going to be done. For the most part, it is done. I mean, it's got all the walls in there. All the proper fencing, and doesn't have a doorway, but I mean, hey, you gotta watch yourself, Indy. Hi, Jeff. That's a cute picture. Now I hate this. Let's get rid of this rain. Toggle downfall. I'm doing that just for the purpose of this video, because if we're gonna do a tour, I don't want it to be raining the whole time. I mean, that's so depressing. So let's toggle that downfall. Hello? Rain. The rain is stopping, right? I can see the sun. Well, maybe we have to deal with the rain. Do you mind getting wet, Indiana? I don't know. Here's the Patron Village. Awesome place where if you... Hello. There's a raptor hissing at me. If you pledge to me on Patreon, and you still can, it's still available, patreon.com/poetplays, if you so choose, and you pledge a certain amount of money, you will get your name inside of this little area as well, just like Redstone Baseball here, for example. Just like Source Gaming and Neo here. And, of course, little houses for them are all through here as well. It's really cool. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. One of my favorite places, of course, is to come out here. To see all the awesome people. And this is, of course, is only the tip of the iceberg of all the awesome people that have supported me over the years. But I love it. Thank you so much to all the people in there. So that's that place. Now this, look at this epic building right here. Look at this. One of my favorite builds of all time. Based on the very cool looking laboratory sort of building in my very original dinosaur park was this tower. And once I built this tower became the entrance to the museum. We got a ticketing cow. Hi, Mr. Ticketing Cow. Sarco enclosure down here. And then in here we've got several different skeletons of dinosaurs. Really, really cool. There's Dinosaur skeleton. We got some terror birds, babies, and the adult. We got Smilodon attacking an Elasmotherium. We got the actual picture, sort of, well, it's information of Smilodons going after a mammoth. And speaking of a mammoth, there's one. Got some little dodos over here. These enclosures aren't quite done. And then, of course, over here, I'm going to have a pterosaur, I believe. It's going to go over there. Over here, brachiosaur. We got some gallimimus who always somehow turn the wrong way. The skeletons do. And some Utahraptors. Ooh, a little baby and the adult. Very cool, this museum. Now, we're not finished, because in the basement, we got a bunch of artifacts from the ancient times. Various skeletons and various figures, broken and complete. Amulets and armors and weapons. Tablets that explain weird things. They're all in here. And you might notice at your feet, oh my god, there's a T-Rex at my feet. So again, this isn't quite finished down here. But we got a T-Rex skeleton. Complete T-Rex skeleton. With some fossils from T-Rex over here as well. Now these little rooms, they're going to be probably for more artifacts. There's T-Rex egg. This, of course, is our security agent right here. We've got security. Just in case you needed to know that you are protected while visiting the museum. But he also has to make sure that nothing gets stolen. Yeah, oh, and this little thing right here, this is so that you can... Do not tap the glass, please. This is so that you can hear the Sarco. You can't really see him from here, but... Yes, that is the museum. The museum is so epic, of course. Got the Mosasaur, Tylosaur, whatever that is. Might be Tylosaur. Not 100% sure on which skeleton that is. I think it's Mosasaur. Hanging from the ceiling. Really cool. Alright. So, that's the museum, the epic looking museum. I'm very, very proud of how it looks. Still a work in progress as with everything here. Come on, Indy. We gotta finish off this tour. Now we're going this way. Now when you enter the park for the very first time, you spawn out here. You spawn out by the entrance to the park. Just float along the water here. This is also supposed to be a big domed area, I think. Of course, there is no dome right here. It's all open to the sky. This will be information booth. Tickets and stuff for the park. Got a Spino skeleton just hanging out there so that people can see. There's going to be minecarts in there so that you can, of course, go and take the easy way into the park. Now, when you get to the end of this, This is where you can actually choose, like, okay, well, which side of the park do I want to go to, you know? There's, of course, all the dinosaurs and the museum, like all we saw. And then this way, this is the other side of the park. The dark side of the park. Yee. Can't get, just ignore the ketchup. We got a JFC over here. A very messy JFC. We sell chicken. So they sell chicken. If you're ever hungry, you can go ahead and come to the JFC on your way to the Ice Age Park. So here we've got the Glacier Park. Awesome. Oh, it just looks so cool now. The park entryway to the epic looking Ice Age Park. So you've got a couple unfinished enclosures here because I don't like getting into the cold too often. But we've got Arsinoetherium plus a Gallimimus, I think, is in here. Yeah, hi. A little Gallimimus in here. Arsinoetherium are in here. I don't know why the Gallimimus is in here, but it is temporarily. Over here we've got Smilodon Sabertooth Cat Biscuit. So we've got a saber-toothed cat in here. Saber-toothed tiger named Biscuit. And I think, because this enclosure isn't finished, yeah, here we go. We can go in and say hello to Biscuit. Hi, Biscuit. How you doing, girl? Doing pretty good? Ooh. Sounds scurry. Right, Indy? But she's not that scary. She's actually very tame. Over here we got our mammoths live mammoths, not the skeletons like you saw in the museum. The giant woolly elephant things have moved over to here in the Glacier Park. Really awesome. If you come along this way, you can see we got some Elasmotherium in here. Just the one, I guess. No, the two. There's two of them right there. Two of them right here in their unfinished enclosure. And then over here is an awesome place. We got a skate shop. We put on skates and you can actually skate around the pond a little bit. Skate around the pond in the wintertime. Sit by the fire. Roast some marshmallows. Don't you go into the fire. You be safe, Indy. Be careful when you go by the fire, by the way. Just like Indy, you got to be safe. But you can roast some marshmallows there for that. All right, and I think now that we've shown off this side of the park, oh man, I just love this. Someone suggested that I build like the Jurassic Park style door. I would like to do that too maybe one day, is build a giant doorway that's open here. But it's not necessary. It's not. I think that this looks good just the way that it is without the doors. So that's something that I'm pretty happy with already. I don't know if I need to change that. But that, in a nutshell, everybody, was and is the park tour. I don't think that I'm forgetting anything else that's super important. Of course, there are other areas of this place, like we used to have a tar slime farm. We used to have, Fabe has a laboratory way out in the ice area over there. We've got an entire mountain range area for a terror bird that thinks it's a mammoth. So there are other areas. Of course, you got like dinosaurs everywhere. But for the most part, that is the rest of the park tour. We've got down here a little discotheque you can actually go into. Hi, Leroy. DJ Mock is in here, of course, playing up all your favorites. Some custom albums from the mod as well. You can, of course, sit down here and eat your food and drink some milk and have a great time. So that is that part of the park. And I think that's pretty well... I think we're pretty well done, the tour. You guys have... I'm pretty sure if you've been following for a long enough time, you've seen everything else that I forgot to mention. like the Poet Plays arch there, which, you know, as I look at something more like this, I don't know if I like this as much as I like the one to the Ice Age Park. It is huge, it is massive, it is functional too. You can actually go and climb up. You can actually go up the ladder, climb up. And you can actually stare out of these windows and see some of the park from here. Very cool. Go down the other side. And that's how you get to this side of the park without having to swim across the river. Very cool. Oh, a very important part that I skipped over that I can actually show you guys is if we go this way, I need to eat more carrots. This way, we've got ourselves a racetrack right here, and this is a really, really cool looking racetrack. Me and MK the Worst, as you may know her. She and I built this over the course of a day, so it took us one day to build this. And then it took me another day, I think, to build that giant tusk thing. But this is the racetrack. You can race Ankylosaurs, because they love racing. Got a little Raptor Island over there. Race around the racetrack, and this racetrack is made for Gallimimus, actually, so it's made to go fast. You can go real fast in this park. We got a giant tusk. Looks really cool. Come along this side. All these trees with the lights in them look really, really cool. Really nice. Got a little lava bridge out this way. I'm trying to avoid some of the bad things. The mobs. Have this little bridge with a little lava feature. Come along this way. Cool little old fountain. With a cow on top somehow. How did that cow get up there? Oh, I bet the vines. Ouch. Okay. Well, with that moo, I think we're done, everybody. That is basically the park. If I'm looking towards the future, I would still love to build something out on top of here, overlooking the racetrack. Maybe a cool looking restaurant. And a lot of people have mentioned that. Like, why not build a restaurant or shops inside of that little town there? I would love to do something like that. Maybe this is kind of the spot for it. Build little shops, build little restaurants. Sort of as a... what was this supposed to be? I forget what this was supposed to be. This is something else here. I think this is supposed to be like a food shop as well. So like you can buy carrots and stuff there. Food and stuff. I'm not sure 100% what that was supposed to be. I've forgotten myself after all this time too sometimes. But with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the tour. Let me know if I forgot anything. If I've skipped over something that you saw. Maybe you see something and you're like, what the heck is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. I need to see what that is. Tell me what that is. And I didn't look at it. Let me know in the comments. I will be sure to do my best to try to remember to go and see that the next time we record. And we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video, comment below, do all those other awesome things people do, like hitting that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time, where I now have to... Uh-oh, he broke free. He broke free. We will try to find a place maybe for this Hachiko 2 dinosaur, the Ceratosaur. We'll see. Next time, in the dinosaur world. Bye-bye.